Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of WoW Classic. Today we are starting off in Theramore. We're in Dustwallow Marsh. And we're at the level where we can finally do a few things here, I think. And the first quest we picked up here from Guard Byron is actually a green quest. I can't help it if I feel sorry for old Jim there. He wasn't always like that. He ran an inn out in the marsh for a while. Wonderful place. Look, I don't really want to talk about it. Bring it up with Captain Vimes if you really have to. So there's Smiling Jim over there. He doesn't have anything to say to us yet. We need to go talk to the captain.
Well met.
Guards of Theramore are the finest group of Alliance soldiers based in Kalimdor. It is our duty to uphold the laws of the Alliance, even so far away from our homes. They call him Smiling Jim. James Hiall's his real name. He opened an inn at the edge of the Barrens. Wanted to make a nice place for travelers to stop over. Might be he was thinking too big, but the inn did do well for a while. Then we lost control of the roads in the marsh and the ogres took over. James was too stubborn to give up his dreams for safety within our walls, and the Shady Rest Inn was burnt to the ground. We're investigating, but haven't had much luck. If you want to help out, see what you can find in the rubble.
Light bless you.
Okay, and that doesn't give us another quest. We actually have to go out to where the inn previously stood before being burned down, I think, to get the follow-up quest that it references, which is a little bit strange. I can see that if you're not the inquisitive sort, you might complete that quest and then it might be some time before you, if ever, before you get out to the edge of the Barrens and actually find the quest that the captain references there. It's a literal breadcrumb that you have to follow manually. And we also picked up Mudrock Soup and Bugs, which is just a cooking quest. And I think we can complete this very nearby. You could find mud rocks along the coast, mostly around the bay. Okay, so maybe in here along the coast. So we're gonna run out here and we'll check along the coast a little bit, but I think we need to head out to a place called Witch Hill. And there may be some quests that we can pick up there. And then the Shady Rest Inn is going to be all the way over here, close to the Barrens, like the captain said. And while normally I would cut out any long travel, since this is our first time in Dustwallow Marsh on this character, we'll let the travel roll. We'll turn the music volume up a little bit now that we're out of Theramore proper. Maybe we should hit the coastline over here. I see some actual beach line over here. I don't see any to the south, so... Yeah, these are the mud rocks we need. They're only level 37, so that's good. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge here. And we'll fight a few of them as we work our way to the north. And apparently it's, you know, it's probably going to be a miserable drop rate, but not really a reason to expect anything else at this point in the leveling process here at level 40. I was able to sell like 5 or 6 stacks of heavy leather for 2.5 golds a piece. The price had been really high. The asking price had been 7 gold one day, and then I put some up for 6. None of them sold, and when I checked the asking price again on the auction house, it was down to like 3 gold. So I put a bunch of stacks up for 2.5 gold each, and we've slowly crawled our way back to 43 gold. But we need like 1,000 gold at level 60 to buy the epic mount in the epic speed training, which I believe gets us up to 100% movement bonus as opposed to the 60% that we get from our current mount. But we have a long way to go till 60, so I think the random green items and things that we're picking up now also sell for quite a bit more post level 40. I was able to sell an item for a gold and some silver. Might have been a two-handed mace, some kind of weapon. Look at that sunset there, coming down across the marsh. Very pretty. That was one of the most striking things about playing World of Warcraft when I was younger and exploring the world for the first time was how visually different they managed to make most of the zones. It was always really exciting knowing that I was getting ready to go into a new area that I hadn't really been before, because I knew it was going to look very different than the area I was coming from. There are very few exceptions to that. Obviously some of the exceptions exist. I'd say going from Silverpine Forest to Hillsbrad, not a huge shift in tone there. So for the undead path, it can be kind of samey all the way through Hillsbrad actually if you follow right from Silverpine to Hillsbrad without going to the Barrens if you do that. But that's it. I mean, everywhere else, usually when you're switching zones at a level cap, it's this huge difference, and it just kind of it refreshes you, right? We have Mirefin oracles over there. Where are we? Which hill is marked on the map? For some reason I thought it was closer to the coast. It's not. It's right here inland. Have we gotten anything we need from these turtles? We have gotten nothing from any of these guys. Been lost in my own train of thought and not paying attention to the quest drops, but the reason I haven't been paying attention to quest drops is apparently because we're not getting any. Stubborn turtles. I know, they're tortoises. They're tortoises. Turtles have flippers. Well, this has kind of shown me the next area that I'll be grinding in for a little while in my downtime, which is fine. At least they're level 37, that makes fighting them for hours painless, basically. It allows us to play with the rotation that keeps our mana regenerating faster than we need to spend it, so it's a good place to be in Classic. To be able to be a caster that doesn't have to drink after every other pull is pretty fantastic. I see you, terrifyingly stealth spider. I see you. Not too interested in fighting a lot of anything yet because we're probably going to get quests for some of these enemies. If there are quests at Witch Hill like I remember there being. Oh, okay, wait. It marks the whole area, but I think the hut here, not the tower, is where we need to go to pick up some quests. Let's test this theory out. I remember a little bit of Dustwallow from my original Tauren Warrior way back in Vanilla. Okay, so the house itself here is Swamplight Manor. Some loose dirt? Oh, well, shit. Okay, I'm glad that I hovered over that and that it was clickable, and that we actually clicked it, because a quest. The Orc Report. Sifting through the loose dirt, the severed hand of an orc is found, and clutched in the hand is a bone-carved tube, and in the tube is a dirt-stained parchment. The parchment is written in Orcish, and it looks important. Bring the spy's report to a Theramore lieutenant. Apparently they're not picky. Most lieutenants, I guess once you reach the rank of lieutenant, you need to know Orcish.
How are you?
Makes sense for officers to need to know that. Soothing spices. I like cooking, good swamp cooking, fried green frog legs and the like. And for cooking, I need spice, soothing spice. Then I'll make a stew and stew it up and suck it down and give you some too. Do you like stew? Was this supposed to rhyme like Dr. Seuss style? Because I didn't read that way. Bring 3 soothing spices to Swamp Eye Jarl. Jarl? Jarl? Go to Jarl.
Safe travels.
So this guy just literally wants us to buy him some soothing spice from, I guess, any trades good vendor? I wish I would have remembered that before heading out here. Nothing going on inside the house. So the Orcish report we need to go back for, and we need to buy this guy some soothing spices. That's 2 quests that we have to go back to Theramore to complete. I'm gonna run us back there. I'm gonna get the soothing spice, and we'll find a lieutenant to talk to, and then we'll come right back out here and see what this chains into, because I'm assuming that he's going to get his soothing spices and then he'll probably need us to fetch other ingredients. I vaguely have a memory of chasing around and clicking on frogs, so that may be the next part of it here, but we'll see. And if you were asking yourself earlier, possibly in a spasmodic rage, like I often question people why they do or don't do things, you might have asked yourself in that state, why is he not mounting up? The answer is that I honestly kind of forgot about our mount for a minute. So there we go, we have a mount now. It's very exciting. And it's actually easy to forget after you have played as much Classic as I have and have not had a mount. But I put it, he's out here, we can see him clearly.
Hey there.
Try to remember him in the future. I can't read Orcish very well, but this looks like a report, written by an Orc spy. Well, thank you, Theramore Lieutenant. You basically told us nothing that we didn't already know about this piece of paper. Captain Vimes should see the Orc report you found. He knows the Orcish language better than most, and he should know that there are Horde spies near Theramore. The captain is in the barracks. We know where the captain is, thanks.
Have a good one.
Alright, so only the captains know Orcish. I guess I was expecting too much that a mere lieutenant would have learned the language. You would probably be much more effective if you did know the enemy language, I would think. But lieutenants have more important things to do, like standing around in the field doing nothing. So I guess I understand.
Need help? King's honor, friend.
Yes, we have a spy report for you. A report from an orc spy. How did you find this? No matter. Let's see what it says.
For the Alliance.
By the light, this cursed spy was a good one. Oops. Glad he's dead. Thank you for his report. Now it is clear that we must tighten our patrols near Theramore. Okay.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
That's a little weird. I actually would have expected that to become another quest. Like, hey, there are orc spies near Theramore. Could you go kill 10 of them? Nothing? Nothing? Really? None of you guys want us to go kill 10 spies? Nobody's interested in enlisting us to take out the spies. This would be the first time that somebody hasn't asked us to kill something or someone. You know? Of all the times we've been asked to go arbitrarily kill things, the one time that it actually seems like maybe it's warranted, we don't get asked to do it. Alright, great. Let's move on. We can't mount up in towns. Oh, we can. In Booty Bay you can't mount. Oh, maybe just as a part of this building we can't. It must be something to do with how the ground is textured. On the docks of Booty Bay, yeah, you definitely can't mount up in Classic. But apparently here, outside on the cobblestones, it's absolutely fine. Alright, well, we will take our mount and go. Oh, no, we won't. We will get soothing spices. Look at that turnaround. This horse can turn on a dime. Alright, where is the trade goods vendor? Let's check these buildings. Expert alchemist, herbalist, and alchemy. Not going to be at the sawmill. Nope. Aha!
How are you?
Okay, I was gonna say, how many do we need? We need 3. Puts us back a few silver, but that's really not that much at this point. Alright, well, back to the manor we go.
Hello.
Ah, that's the spice. Now here's some swampy good stew. Jarl needs eyes. Eye juice is good juice for drinking. Too bad most critters only have 2 eyes. But spiders have lots of eyes. Lots and lots. And dark mist eye juice is tasty. Smooth and salty. Unpopped spider eyes. I taste them already. Dark mist spiders are west of here, in the dark mist cavern. You figure the spiders are named after the cave, or is it the other way around? I don't know what this guy is eating out here, but it's getting pretty disgusting. 40 unpopped dark mist eyes.
Have a good one.
Alright, to the west of here, so probably tucked back up in that area. If I had to guess, it's some kind of cave that we can get into. Don't really like spiders. I'm kind of hoping they're not the furry ones. But we will find out. We ran into some stealth spiders earlier, so they're not going to be the same ones. Well, I guess they could be. It's possible. Anything going on here at North Point Tower? Well, I mean, there could be a quest up there, I suppose. I mean, we have a high elf hanging out here. Oh, actually, these guys are both high elves.
How may I help?
Well met.
You're a human. And you're a
What can I do
human.
for you?
So a combined force of high elves and humans. Guess that must have been very infuriating for some people to see the high elf models in the game as part of the Alliance forces but not be able to play one. In Shadowlands, I guess you could technically, well, like in your own mind you can play a high elf, only because on either faction, whether you're a void elf or a blood elf now, you'll have the option for blue eyes. So, you know, from a lore perspective, you could say that you're a high elf, you could feel like a high elf. Obviously, you're still not selecting a race from a menu that says high elf, so. Brackenwall Village, okay, that's not what we want. Let's head towards the cave opening here and see if maybe that's where the spiders are living. Yeah, Dark Mist Cavern. Okay, we found... Okay, good. They're the non-hairy spiders. Oh yes, casting abilities will not automatically dismount us. That's a thing. Okay, they're gonna drop multiples, so we're not gonna have to kill 40. I'm hoping that they'll drop multiples and it will be a 100% drop rate of some kind. Like, even if we sometimes only get one, I'd really love for it to be a 100% drop rate. If it's not, it could potentially take a while. Okay, good. Yeah, it's looking good. What is happening here? Just a skull. Nothing to worry about. Some rope, a bunch of skeletons, a lone skull. Okay, great. Everything's fine. Everything's totally fine here. Yeah, we could probably use our wand a little bit more on these guys, seeing as how they're a little bit lower level than us. It's a relief to be back to fighting things that were a little bit higher level than, I'll say that. That was a nice crit, 440. I guess I don't really have to work my way back into the cave if I don't want to. I kind of want to explore it, but at the same time I'm worried about having to fight through a bunch of respawns just to get out, you know, after we've already got our 40. If we go too deep in there. And who's to say that he's not going to send us back in there for something else? Oftentimes if they design the inside of a cave or a mine, they're going to use it for something specifically. And by they, I mean Blizzard slash a game designer. So maybe we'd get sent back in here regardless, but check out a little bit and kind of gauge how elaborate it is, how deep it goes. What did we get? Chief Brigadier Pauldrons. 8 strength and 8 spirit. Okay, well we don't need that. Oh, hello. Just checking out our gear. Don't mind us, we're just head inside of our bags and not paying attention to the outside world. I'll tell you, it feels better seeing crits than it does seeing all the resist that we were seeing back in Stranglethorn when everything we were fighting was at level or higher level than us. Those resist are really painful to the soul. We got around him. Let's just go in a little bit. Oh, these guys are stealth. The lurkers. Okay. That's similar to the tarantulas we saw over to the east. These guys can also stealth. It's like making spiders even more terrible starting at level 38. Great. Am I wrong? We can't do anything about poison, right? Disease. At some point we got greater heal. That's important to note. I don't remember training that, but I guess I did. Just paid it no attention at all. We have rank 6. Good. I don't think we have anything to get rid... No, we don't. Must be a druid or a different healer who can take care of poisons. This is actually quite elaborate. I don't think we're going to go deep into here because I just have this feeling that we're going to be sent back. Maybe that's wrong, but... And then you have to think about risk versus reward, and if we're not going to go in there for an objective, and all those guys are packed really tightly together and they're all stealth, we're just asking for trouble, basically. And then we're going to have to fight our way out, so... Let's face it, it's not really like in World of Warcraft. Exploration is not often rewarded the way it is in other RPGs. Like, yeah, sure, you may find a chest like we just did, but it's probably not going to have something in it that is really an upgrade for you, gear or equipment-wise. You know, it might have a couple of useful potions and whatnot, but it's not going to be anything really exciting. And so to invest oneself in fully exploring a mine of that depth for the little reward you know you're going to get, I can't make that decision right now. Looks like we'll probably be able to get all 40 of our eyes just out here if I'm looking at the situation correctly and accounting for respawns. Basically, if they wanted me to go inside that cave outside of a quest, they would really have to sweeten the pot as far as rewards for exploration in the game. And they don't, so... Alright, looks like we have some buffing to do. Let's do that. And then we can heal and drink back to full mana or somewhere thereabouts. We don't get any new water until level 45, but already Moonberry Juice is feeling pretty weak. Likely because of all the points we've invested into increasing our maximum mana with mental strength. That's my guess. Well, it looks like we're taking 2 of them. Oh good, they socially aggro. It seems. Do they call for help or something? Well, we're probably gonna live. Alright, well, we won't be fearing anymore, that's for sure. They actually have a pretty low chance to drop only one. I kind of got worried we were going to socially aggro all three of them because of the proximity there, but maybe we got lucky. They put so many out here, it's almost like they don't want you to go into the mine for this quest. And just one more, and unless it drops only one, we will be over on eyes. Probably have to pluck that out of our inventory and drop it on the ground at some point. Unless it's an item that we could sell. Which it could be. Alright, let's just run back. And we'll turn this in and we'll see what, if anything, he wants us to do next on this increasingly weird adventure of getting him ingredients or things to eat and drink.
Hey there.
Oh, alright, there you are. You got the eyes. You got the eyes. Tasty, tasty spider eyes. Some eyes, when you stare at them, they stare back. Eat those last. They keep you company out in the swamp. Hello, little spider eyes. Hello, you taste like chicken. Gooey, salty chicken. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say there's something wrong with this guy. I have cutting to do. I can't tell you what I'm going to cut, but I need myself a blade. A certain blade. Some people call it a moonsteel broadsword. I call it a swing blade. You help me? Maybe you find it in town. Maybe you talk to a blacksmith and he'll make it special. But don't sleep on this. What I'm cutting won't keep forever. Okay. Alright then, well. That's
See
all
ya later.
fine and good. I guess the mystery continues. We are going to take a little bit of a break here. When we come back, we will venture to Theramore. We will see if we can find a special blade for Swamp Eye Earl Jarl here to do his cutting. And I think at some point we are then going to head out and start figuring out what happened at the Shady Rest Inn over here on the border to the Barrens. So as the sun sets here, we'll take a little break. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you for all the support. It really means the world to me, so take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth soon.